Hello friends, a very warm welcome to this, the next of our midweek musings. And it comes to you from here inside the graveyard around the church, in an area which is passed by many people in our community every single day. And these are, of course, memorials to people who've lived in the past. Occasionally people come and look at these memorials, and they have some significance for us as a community and us as a city, but beyond that they're largely unseen, just part of the fabric of the place where we are and where we live. And I thought I'd film here because two things came across my desk in the last week, although that sounds rather grand. Two things I saw this last week. One was a programme which I'd kept, which was for Leeds United, and it has Tony Curry on the front cover. And I've kept this programme particularly because it was the first match I went to at Ellen Road, and Leeds won, thank goodness. And of course Leeds are much on our minds, the football team that is, as we approach the end of the season. We hope and pray they'll be promoted. So that's one thing that came across my desk. And then someone else, a member of the congregation, dropped one of these off. I've seen it before and I think we have it in our archive. Some of you will have them at home. The 1980 souvenir brochure for the Whitkirk Fair with the restored chancel. That chancel which is still so special, such an important reordering that allows worship to happen so well at St Mary's. And inside it you will see a marvellous picture of my predecessor Michael Hunter, and then of course this map which depicts the paddock as it was and various other things going on. It's good to see that CAMRA, the Real Ale Society, were making sure that beer was properly provided for a special showing of the cup final. But what's all this got to do with the present? Well, in a way it's helpful to have these things. They're part of our history. Graveyards are part of our history. Leeds United programmes from 1979, I think 78, are part of our history. Brochures from 1980 are part of our history. It's important to remember them. They help inform where we've come from. But we, of course, don't live there, and we can't live there. And if you think of Leeds United, for many years kind of tried to recapture those Revy years that were so successful. And in a way it wasn't until Howard Wilkinson came and really changed things dramatically, got rid of that old sense of who we had been, that something new was able to emerge. And as we emerge out of this period of time that we've been through, new things are coming. Of course, what we're doing now is part of that new thing. You're able, and I'm thankful that you're able to watch these musings. They've been a way of keeping us together, and our presence on the internet has been a real blessing through this time. And of course we will come back to be together. That's our hope, that's our dream. But yet some things will change, and some things will have changed forever. For example, I can be involved in meetings now which take place online, which take perhaps half an hour to an hour, whereas before there might have been journey time and they'd be 3 hours out of my day. So I'm certainly grateful for some of those changes. They've made a difference. And I suppose it's just something this week about being prepared to lean into that time of change, not to be overly anxious about it, just to recognise that this is happening, and this may well be a good thing for us. Sometimes we get fearful about the future, we're anxious about what it looks like, but actually it can be a good thing, a blessing. And with that in mind, I've got my little bit of scripture today, which comes from the letter of James, chapter 4, verses 13 to 15. And I'll read them to you as I come to an end. I know we've done it before sometimes in these musings, but as I come to an end, you can read them yourself, listen to them, reflect on them as we think about what's going to emerge for us at St Mary's over the coming months. Come now, you who say, today or tomorrow, we will go to such and such a town and spend a year there doing business and making money. yet you do not even know what tomorrow will bring. What is your life? For you are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if the Lord wishes, we will live and do this or do that. Thank you for spending the time listening and watching with me today. I hope you're well. God bless you, and hope to see you soon.